Today's message I want to push is about breaking your flesh. There comes a point in every believer's life where you realize that following God will cost you something. It's not always about what you can gain, but what has to die inside of you for His Spirit to live through you. Breaking your flesh isn't a punishment, but it's a process of transformation. And our flesh wants comfort, control, and validation. It wants to be seen, it wants to be heard, and it wants to be satisfied. But the Spirit calls us to something much deeper. The Spirit says, let go. The Spirit says, trust me. When your plans fall apart, or when life doesn't go your way, that's often the place where God begins to break the parts of your flesh that keeps you from fully depending on Him. Breaking your flesh looks like surrender. It looks like choosing obedience when you don't feel like it. It looks like forgiving when everything in you wants to hold that grudge. It's like serving when no one can says thank you. It's like choosing faith when fear is very loud. But Jesus understood this. In the Garden of Gethsemane, I don't even know if that's how you say it, to be honest. But before the cross, He prayed, not my will, but yours be done. That was the breaking of His flesh. And it wasn't easy, but it was necessary for resurrection to come. Because there can be no resurrection without crucifixion. Crucifixion. The things God allows to die in your life, honestly, are not meant to destroy you, but to make room for a new life to grow. And when you feel the weight of the breaking, don't run from it. Please don't run from it. You have to face it head on, because that's where your faith matures. That's where the pride dies, the humility starts to take root, and that's where you stop performing for approval and you start living from identity. Not the identity that they've created for you and what you've gone through throughout your life to lead up to where you are today. What I'm saying is every breaking has a purpose. It's producing something eternal inside of you. And sometimes breaking your flesh looks like silence. When you want to explain yourself, it's like staying still. When you want to rush ahead, it's walking away from something that feeds your ego but starves your soul. And these moments hurt, truly, but they will make your spirit stronger, much stronger. And God doesn't break you to leave you shattered. He breaks what is false within your identity so that He can build what is true to your identity, who you internally are, your spirit. And the same God who allows the breaking also brings the healing. And when you come through it, you will realize it was never meant to crush you. It was meant to free you. But you had to walk through the darkest of darkest valleys, which is everything internally that you've gone through in your life that you've never actually faced. You just kept it pushing and you just continued to move on. This is all meant to free you. But you have to continue to seek God so that you can be freed. That's what people are not understanding. So you feel stretched, uncomfortable, or unseen, and it hurts. But God is working in the hidden places. Trust and believe that. What He's forming in you will outlast anything that you've ever lost. And He will give it back tenfold, 100 times fold, whatever times fold. It doesn't matter. He's going to give it back and overflow way more than what you will imagine or expect. And what He's forming in you, it's not the breaking. This is not the end. It's the beginning of becoming more like Christ so that He can give you heaven on earth while you are here so you can live your life peacefully, happily. And you have to truly pray and ask God to help you to see the purpose in the breaking. Tell Him, God, I surrender this part of me that keeps fighting you. I trust that you are doing what you are doing in me is good. Let that be your offering to God. Your flesh may resist, but your spirit knows the truth. The breaking leads to blessing. The dying leads to life. The surrender leads to freedom. And that is how you can start to free yourself. God will continue to help you along the process, and it will not be easy. But who said greatness and success, humility, peace, love comes easy?